Shalom, shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all honor and glory to Yahweh Bahasham, Yahweh Shai Bahasham, Rakak Wadash, double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, Rule Web, and a great example to the young brothers in the truth, and peace and blessings to the hopefully lit. And it's just a quick lesson going in on that golden cup in her hand, because Bishop Nathaniel of the IUIC leaders did that breakdown going into Revelation trying to link Revelation 17 to Revelation 13 to 16, which it don't make sense at all. And a lot of brothers doing videos on it. I just wanted to add to it too. Basically the same thing. Just put it out there, man, because they lead and they flock astray. That and they, like brothers say, the elect gonna come up out of these other wayward camps. You know, instead of just teaching the truth, they hiding it behind a lie, adding to the scriptures, taking from the scriptures, breaking them down wrong. You know, but I'm gonna read Revelation 17:1 to the point what they were saying. It say, and there came one of the seven angels which had the seven vials, and talked with me, saying unto me, Come hither, I will shew thee the judgment of the great whore that sitteth upon many kingdoms, with whom the kings of the earth have committed fornication, and the inhabitants of the earth have been made drunk with the wine of her fornication. So he carried me away in the spirit into the wilderness, and I saw a woman sit upon a scarlet colored beast, full of the names of blasphemy, having 7 heads and 10 horns. And the woman was arrayed in purple and scarlet color, and decked with gold and precious stones and pearls, having a golden cup in her hand, full of abominations and filthiness of the earth. And they were saying something like, "Oh, the golden cup in her hand, basically sin," which that's what she had in her hand, but that ain't got nothing to do with the mark of the beast at all. It's saying upon her forehead, that's how they read, and upon her forehead was a name written, Mystery Babylon the Great, the mother of harlots and abominations of the earth. Which the having that golden cup in her hand and written on her forehead, Mystery Babylon the Great, ain't got nothing to do with the M.O.T.B, man. She is sin. That's what they said. Which all that's going into is, that golden cup in her hand, meaning she living it up. And in that cup is wickedness, which is being pushed all around the world. The LGBTQ, democracy, do what you want to do, basically. YOLO, live your, not YOLO, but yeah, YOLO, living your life, however they say it. And they push these wicked philosophies into these other nations who somewhat, or what it is with the women live, women liberation amongst these other countries. All these different wicked ideologies, they pushing them, transgenderism. But that's what's being pushed in that cup. They ain't got nothing to do with the mark of the beast, man. The M.O.T.B. I just put that made the nation drunk. This Revelation 13. Revelation 13:1. And after these things I saw another angel come down from heaven, having great power, and the earth was lightened with his glory. And he cried mightily with a strong voice, saying, Babylon the great is fallen, and is become the habitation of devils, and the hold of every foul spirit, and the cage of every unclean and hateful bird. For all nations have drunk of the wine of the wrath of her fornication, and the kings of the earth have committed fornication with her. And the merchants of the earth are waxed rich through the abundance of her delicacies. And that's why I was mentioning her, how she was arrayed and fine, and purple scarlet, decked with precious jewels, because America is the beacon of light to the world. Everybody want to come here to get rich, you know. That one song, Rihanna and Kanye West, all of the lights, all of the lights, you know. The city of gold is a saying they used to say back in the day, way before our time, especially my time, you know. The city where the streets paved with gold, that's how they used to put America, Babylon the Great up as. And everybody used to want to come here to get rich, get wealthy, you know, because this is a rich and wealthy kingdom, so to speak. But the nations drunk of that wine that was in that cup, you know. Like, now they got on suits and ties, you know. Now everybody speaking English, following after the ways of the woman, you know. Which that ain't got nothing. This ain't got nothing to do with the M.O.T. to the B, man. The M.O.T. to the B is talking on an individual, person-to-person level is what these devils gonna push, man, through the international bankers, man. You know, which run this corporation, what's called America, but it's not that. This Revelation 17 ain't got nothing to do with the M.O.T.B. There's Jeremiah 51:7. It say Babylon have been a golden cup in the Lord's hand, and all the earth drunken, and the nations have drunken of her wine. Therefore the nations are mad. Yeah, because they drunk the wine that was in that cup, going into the philosophies of this place, and all it did was fail them. These people ain't listening to these Americans no more, man. These people don't want to hear that shit. You got Kamala Harris going over there to Kenya or wherever that was, where they passed the law saying if you even come out as being a alphabet community, that they that the penalty is death or life in prison, man. You know, and Kamala Harris went over there trying to bribe them and give them money, man. I don't know if it worked. It may did, because that's that wine being pushed throughout the earth, bribing, you know, buying people out, buying these motherfuckers into do wickedness, and allow the people of that nation to do wickedness. You know, running around saying they trying to free people, but the whole time they really, you know, polluting the earth, man, through the wickedness of the wine of Babylon, man, that was in that cup, full of abominations, you know. Everything adverse to Yahweh Shem Yahushua is what Babylon pushes throughout the earth and forwards throughout the earth to the best of their ability. These so-called Edomites who run this place, man, going to the international bankers, you know. Let's see. Verse 8, it say, Babylon is suddenly fallen and destroyed. How for her take balm for her pain? If so be she may be healed. We would have healed Babylon, but she is not healed. Forsake her. Let us go everyone into his own country. For her judgment reacheth unto heaven, and is lifted up even to the skies. And that's what's getting ready to happen. See, her judgment ultimately gonna reach completely up the hit when he go to, you know, putting that thing in people, man. He gonna start putting that thing in people, that M.O.T. to the B, not, you know, sin, because like the scriptures say, all have sinned and come short of the glory of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh. You know? So if that's the case, we all have the M.O.T.B right now. Because if you see a homosexual, you can't put them to death. You know? You seeing right there. It's plenty of sins that you break daily that you don't even know you breaking. Because it's 614 of them. You know? But that's why the Lord came back and died. You know, he came back and died. He came and he sacrificed, you know, he was the ultimate sacrifice for the sins of the nation of Israel. You know, so if you try to say the M.O.T.B sin, that means everybody gonna be saved, regardless if you take it or don't take it. You know, whether you sinning or not sinning. Which that ain't the case. The M.O.T.B is the RFID. CHI to the P, where they gonna change the monetary system. They gonna cars inactive. The only way you ain't gonna be able to use your card or tap and pay or your Apple Pay and shit, man. You gonna have to have that thing, and then you gonna be able to link that thing to maybe your iPhone or whatever. But you gonna need it. You know, that's gonna be your new card. The same way you link your card to your Apple Pay and your Cash App to your phone and all that shit gonna be a part of that thing. That's why they saying they going digital. You know? And that's why they going digital. That's why they slowly doing away with cash. Because they getting ready to implement digital, and then they gonna slowly integrate you into the C-Help. Basically, they going cashless so they can slowly integrate you into taking that inserting that subdermal device up underneath your skin, man. You know, and putting it into the foreheads of the cripple, lame, you know, and healing them. Let's see what it. Because it ain't gonna be long. Yeah, because they went to that, then tried to go to this. I'm finna just go to Revelation 13, which it don't make no sense. If you got, if you got any kind of common sense, you would have heard them be like, "Oh yeah, nah, that's some bullshit. That don't even make sense." Revelation 13 and 16, because that's what they did. They jumped straight from Revelation 17:3 to Revelation 16. And he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their forehead. That ain't got nothing to do with Babylon the Great having a golden cup in her hand full of abominations, man. It don't even make sense. When you sit there and analyze that, if you got a working mind, like the possibly, man, if you got a working mind, you sit there and analyze that shit. By you trying to compare the two, that don't make any sense whatsoever. Because the Lord say he gonna cause all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their forehead. It's speaking about individual people, man. You know? What nation is a bond nation? I ain't never seen a bond nation. What that mean? You know? It's going to people who are free and people who are in captivity. Individual people. It's a lot. But, you know, the blind gonna lead the blind. They all gonna fall into a ditch. And Bishop Nathaniel, and the men up under him, they not blind to what the M.O.T.B is, man. They just paid off, you know. But the people following them, they are blind, you know. So if they continue to follow them, they just gonna fall into a ditch with them, because the Lord is gonna destroy those men for those false teachings, man. You know, and deceiving the flock, scattering the flock. But that's pretty much the point. Lord willing, this is edifying. I want to end to giving all honor and glory to Yahweh by Hashem, Yahweh Shai by Hashem Rakakadash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders, a great millstone, rule well. Being a great example to his younger brothers in the truth. Peace and blessings to the hopeful elect. Shalom. Kwam Yasha'Allah and Baba. Shalom.